welcome, BitmonkeyTV, episode 62. Another day of Non-Fungible Token Fridays. Today we do have two special guests in Stephanie and Manny, and I do see them on stage, so we'll bring them up in a moment. I just wanted to touch base on the week. We're going to be talking more on it in the episode, but the impact theory NFT project did just launch. But today's episode, the focus is talking to Stephanie and Manny about their journey, learning more about their backgrounds, talking about certain perspectives on certain NFT projects, VeeFriends, of course. I know things have been quiet for everybody recently, so I know that's going to change, though. Anytime Gary's quiet, damn right, he's dangerous. So let's go ahead and bring him on here.
Hey.
Hello. Can you hear us?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. We probably should have done a test beforehand, huh?
Yeah, it's our first time on here.
yeah. I'm glad we're
Awesome.
backstage because we kind of had some audio issues, but we figured it out.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, the reason I switched, I was originally using OBS. I'm not sure if you're familiar. It's that open source video streaming platform and like an application. And I moved over to this because of the interviews. It's seamless, right? Anybody can join on their end from like a cell phone or anything like that. So it's pretty sweet. I'm glad it was pretty easy to get in. So how are you guys doing today? How's your week been?
It's been busy. Yeah, it's been pretty chaotic.
It's been a busy week for sure. Lots going on. I think I briefly heard you say the Founders Key drop happened. And I have been so busy with that. Like, I've just been really plugged in and just completely hooked on it.
Like,
but yeah, other than that, it's been, routine work and all this kind of stuff.
Awesome. I'm curious. Let's dig right into that one really quickly. Might as well. How'd you guys fare? You guys, did you get every tier?
So we just got the legendary tier, and I think we talked a little bit about it. We're trying to hold out and try to sweep the floor, man. It's interesting to see, since we've been through Gary Vee's launch, to kind of see like a deja vu, kind of seeing it happen over again, where it looks like a lot of these aren't going to sell, and a lot of people are sleeping on it.
That's what I'm thinking. I think, look, this is about to be a major project. Tom, I don't know if you've got to hear him on his like live Discords, but when he's trying to, I mean, he really does a great job of getting us all pumped and like just showing out the roadmap, something that I really didn't see like with VeeFriends at first, but sorry, we're playing around with the computer.
No worries. I'm doing the same thing. I just realized I was ignoring the audience. So
yeah, that's what I was looking at. There's a way to like chat with them, but it kind of blocks out the screen. So
hey, Marielle, yo, Cam, thank you guys for tuning in. Video frozen? No? Are you good now? Just you. Do you guys see I can pin these comments really easily from either Twitch or YouTube, right? It's really cool from like a streamer's perspective.
That's Mario. She won the free NFT.
Oh, nice.
Cool. I love it. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry to cut you off there though. But yeah, like, like how have you been following Impact Theory or like his vlogs, on YouTube for quite some time?
So I've been watching his stuff on YouTube for like a couple years now. And then just like a few months ago, before I heard about the NFT, I was like really drawn to joining Impact Theory University. And then I saw an Instagram post and I was like, okay, that's it. I'm taking the leap. I'm like joining it. I need to get this sorted out in my brain. And then actually through joining some of those groups is when I heard that he's dropping an NFT, and I said, what? I'm in the NFT space, I'm like, I this is so fascinating because his mission and just like everything, just the way he delivers his message, his roadmap, everything, all the goals, and the fact that he won't quit. I mean, just the drive blows my mind. And then the teachings are really valuable. And so, I mean, I'm like really excited about this project. As you can see, it's been consuming. And then whenever a launch happens, aren't you like all consumed with it? Like you're just like, oh, I have to focus because time moves.
The whole day gets like right.
It moves so differently. Like you get off for an hour and then it feels like so much longer.
It's like it's a lifetime.
So
it's
much.
Like, yeah, it's insane. It's insane how fast it's moving. I've personally followed him for a while. Like a lot of his content, I have this little chalkboard on my like second office over there where I'm normally sitting, and there's a quote by one of his interviews: "The depth of clarity is the greatest form of peace and happiness." That fucking interview changed my life because it was somebody who I grew up and I looked up as like, oh, he's a knucklehead. Rob Dyrdek, out of all people, right? This was, I think,
I keep hearing that that's one of the best interviews. Like, everybody keeps bringing that one up, and I need to go watch it because, like, this is my sign to go watch it.
Highly recommended. It's, you know, it's an older one, and you can also see how he's transformed. I think he's been on the show recently. I haven't watched it, or at least watched the whole thing, but I did see a clip, and just to see him like transform his mindset from just this, you know, the appearance of a skater fucking kid smoking a lot of pot. Forgive me if I'm cussing. I hope you guys are cool with that. It's just like it naturally just spills out. So I have a feeling just us being Gary Vee fans, we're cool with it.
The right audience to say that.
But it just like from that perspective, I was like, whoa. And that quote just had me thinking and thinking and thinking. And it just sent me down this path of, I guess, self-discovery or improvement, like trying to fine-tune my routines. Like I just have been an extremist in that fashion, and like it's all thanks to Tom. That's why I have that energy too. I'm just like all fucking in. Like I wanted to liquidate more, but I couldn't.
Know, and it's totally transformed your life, right? And that's why I am so like, I'm gonna hold, and I'm just gonna like I'm so excited for this because his like mission and like, it's already been proven. He's changed so many lives along the way. And that's what he's trying to do on a bigger scale. I'm just like, come on, guy. You got it. Just take my ETH because I'm going
to say that over and over. Just shut up, Tom, and take our ETH. You don't have to convince us no more.
I love it. I love how we're all, most of us, right? I've noticed where we've transformed from saying US dollar or like a value per se in ETH. I love it. I love it. I've been trying to.
Yes.
Yeah. The lingo's all different. All different. So time moves differently. Verbiage is differently. We've entered a new world.
Really though. So on that note, I'd love to kind of rewind a little bit, and I'd like to learn more about you guys, you know, because I know I've kind of briefly watched other interviews, but let's start off with what brought you into the NFT space, right? Was it Gary Vee and the VeeFriends project, or were you already kind of dipping your toes in the crypto?
Yeah. So for NFT space, I guess, like, you know, reading about it early on with like Bitcoin and, you know, the big imprint that had. So that was a little bit interesting enough. When we first got involved into it, we were seeing like headlines where these JPEGs were, you know, selling for like millions, and we were part of those people that were like, oh my god, this is so stupid. Yeah. We were red flags, like we were the red flag people that were just like, we didn't take time to dive into it. And we didn't take that time until Gary Vee said 555, as much as you can, be ready. And, you know, I was following Gary Vee, and when he doesn't, you know, tell you directly to do something ever, like it's not a style. Like when he tells you to do that, I'm like, all right, let's check it out. And that's kind of how we first got introduced to it. So yeah, definitely with Gary Vee pushing us in, telling us to do our 50 hours of homework. So we kind of just dove in, and
that's what drew me in because of the whole learning aspect of it. I was like, okay, I'm always down to learn a new skill. Let's dive in. Let's totally immerse ourselves. And then after having rolled my eyes and being like, whatever, this is nothing, you know. And then after learning more about it and YouTube video after YouTube video, I was sold. I was like, yeah, we're doing this.
She was sold to the point where you were like, forget NFT, let's get into DeFi. Like DeFi.
Yeah, I was like, let's go DeFi, let's go, you know, because I had watched so many of those YouTube videos, and I was like, okay, I totally see the value here, like in the you know, in housing market, just all across the board. But this is not to say that so upon buying our first NFT, which was VeeFriends for both of us,
nice.
This is not to say that
great person.
that we weren't on an emotional roller coaster. Let me tell you, because this was the first time we were dropping this much amount of money.
To be honest, it was like our first like real investment. Like before then, we've always talked about and kind of building up, and this was our first one. And when we hit that button, like I think we talked.
My heart was like,
it stopped, and then Time
was like,
went by, and like we even went to a point where we thought we were scams. We're like,
no,
no.
I mean, you just go on a roller coaster, especially I feel like for the first NFT buy for anybody. Like, just it's scary.
Yeah.
You have no idea what you just bought into. Well, if you didn't do your homework, it's even worse. And so we both had to kind of talk each other down off the ledge every once in a while.
We've been able to talk each other off.
We're like, no, hang on, it'll be okay. And it's proven to be way more than what he set out for it to be, just in general for us. It's developed into so much more.
Right. It's it's just amazing at, you dip your toes enough and then you start to see, holy shit, this technology is really something. And all it took was you doing those 50 hours, like you're saying, and then you picked a great first project. I mean, fuck yeah. Oh my goodness. I've had too many bad decisions in my first one. I mean, I've had a lot of fun just dipping the toes, but I got in like earlier this year, like right when I started hearing Gary talk about it, I was like, I think it's about time. About time. So I started doing the stuff just like you guys, right? And it was just like, like the first few transactions, the gas, I was like, okay, interesting. But now you look back and it's like the value has increased. I'm curious on your reaction to the gas. Like when you were about to press that button and you saw that drop down, where you're like, what the fuck is this? Like,
it didn't make any sense to me. I was like, who the fuck is getting this? I'm sorry, who's getting this money? Like, I was upset. I was like, who's getting this money? I don't see them.
That's honest right there. Because I was like, what do you mean gas? Like, isn't this supposed to be Web3? Isn't this supposed to be seamless? What is up with this gas? And then now there's several websites we can visit for gas, just to see where it's at and if it's an important, a good smart time to buy or not. But gas really threw me for a loop until I heard Tom actually describe what gas was, and then it kind of just went light bulb, and I was like, oh, that's such a cool way to understand it. Just that you're paying, it's like mining, you're paying for the miners or whatever back and forth. But so yeah, that's how I don't know, gas. And I don't like gas wars. I found out about that, and that's terrible. Because after VeeFriends, we just thought, oh yeah, let's jump into NFTs and start buying all kinds of stuff. Let me tell you, if you don't do your research on the project, you're gonna get into some stuff that's just like, why did we do that? But
I do too. I think we all do. We have to, right? It's part of it.
We all got Super Yetis in our wallet, probably.
I don't. I will admit, I don't. I was not on that one. I think I was on some Slacker ducks at the time. They didn't pan out either.
Yeah, like I said, most didn't. Like, yeah.
Well, and Gary says 99.9% of them are supposed to not make it, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's I mean, we're so early. Like, I know it's sounding like cliche to say that almost, but I can't, like, I feel like we can't repeat it enough, right? We're so early when you factor in the percentage of population, worldwide population even is aware of it. It's like, ooh. So that's so awesome. Going back, so I'd love to learn more about, like, what's your background? What were you doing before the NFT space? Or are you still doing like a primary hustle and then this is your side hustle type of thing? The floor is yours. I'd love to learn more.
For sure, yeah. So I'll go first. So I have a medical background, and so phlebotomy is what I do, and yeah, man. So completely way different. And this kind of just became like our little side hustle, and diving more and more time into it because it's paying off, and I want to get more skills, to be valuable in this space, and that's one of my biggest things is I want to know what skills do I need to be somebody in this NFT space and to make a mark. So that's what I've been really digging into, smart contracts, just trying to figure out educating to try to make ourselves valuable in this space. But yeah, some medical background. How about you?
I'm still working okay, I'm going to be really honest with you. I am thankful for my job, but I am chained to a desk all day, and to me it's just like, oh man, I'm so sick of the office life, like just so sick of it. But I'm doing that until I can buy my freedom in some shape or form. But in the meantime, and on my off time, I am in the Discord and I am learning about NFTs and I am educating myself on different stuff so that I can build those skills to get my freedom.
That's awesome. I mean, that's the dream. Like, right? As much as we hate it, that primary, it's like I'm sure you're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, or you're at least, you know, you're preparing yourself for it. So
Yeah.
like I'm so excited. Like I'm so excited to have made the connection and be on this journey with you guys. You know what I mean? So
No,
any
it's
questions?
great,
Like
we all kind of go through the same things, the same, you know, struggles. So it's great to be able to talk to, you know, everybody else that is in this space, because we've talked about it before. Our circle just non-existent with NFTs, and we've gotten to a point where we're not allowed to talk about NFTs anymore.
I mean, we're annoying our friends with all the NFT talk.
They're like, I love you, I love you.
I know the feeling.
We've had to have that intervention.
Like, you gotta stop, man. You gotta stop. We know NFTs in
Yeah.
the future. We know it. We get it.
So we're thankful for this space that you're giving us to just kind of like, wow, all over NFTs.
I love it. You know, that's so great. I'm laughing so hard because I went through it with Bitcoin in the early days. Like they were laughing at me like, dude, just stop. Like, I don't want to fucking hear it. And watch, they'll be texting you in a couple of years like, oh man, I really should have listened. Like it's just funny. So I'm curious. Wait, and let's go back really quickly because I was trying to figure it out in my head through my knowledge. But so what exactly is that title you said, Manny? I had never heard that before. What type of like medical practice is that? Yeah, lobotomist.
Oh yeah. So we draw blood. So you know, when the hospital is drawing blood,
okay.
It sounds cooler when it's your phlebotomist.
He's a vampire.
Yeah, phlebotomist.
Okay. Yeah. Rock on. I was like, wait, huh? So forgive me. I had like sometimes I don't know if you've watched previous episodes, but we've dubbed something called a squirrel moment where I just like get off track or like squirrel. You know, habits.
I'm very familiar with it.
I love it. So shout out to everybody in the audience, Nathan, Marielle, and then Serendipity. I like the name. I like the spinoff. That's brilliant.
Everybody.
Hello. Thank you for tuning in. So I want to know, because I always like asking this question for everybody, anybody within the V fam, right? When did you first see Gary on video? Like, do you remember what video it was? And do you remember if you were fuck this guy or I like this guy?
This is a great question.
That is a great question. Oh shoot, man. I can't really think of a specific one, but I know the feeling was this fucking guy, man. I like him, like, because I like his brutal honesty, and I think for you, your story.
Okay, so this is where you find a little insight into our marriage, which is we're like complete opposites, but somehow we're making this thing work, right? So
it's usually the best ones, I think, right? You know what I mean?
So he put a video on YouTube as we normally do, and I was doing stuff around the house, and I'm listening, and it's Gary talking about how like he pulled himself out with garage sailing and like how he pushed hard and how you can do it too. And how like you've got all this stuff. And my first instinct, because I don't trust a lot of people based on my upbringing, it's a whole other story. But I was like, who the hell does this guy think he is telling us that we can just pull ourselves out? Now, because I was coming from a fixed mindset there, I was like, I couldn't see what he was saying or what he was offering or like even the pathway to it. And and see, this is where I can bridge Gary and Tom, like the mindset opening up there. And now I look at that video completely differently. Whereas first I was like, who the hell does he think he is telling me I could pull out of my situation like this? Like, he doesn't know how hard it is. He's got money, you know? And then the more I dove into his story, I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I'm like, I really need to be empathically listening to people, right? Because like, you don't know anybody's story until you really dive in. So yeah. So we were completely opposite. He was sold. He was like, yeah, I love this guy and how he's pumping me up and everything. And I was like,
He's a hype man, man. I love it.
I love it. That's awesome. Yeah. I was like, this fool's on something. This fool's on some Adderall or something. Like, there's no, like, I don't know. Like, I'm not saying he's like, and that was at the time. And then I realized, like, this motherfucker is passionate. He just speaks the brutal truth. I did love that part about him. His energy was like, yo, dude, what's up? What do you want? Like, you know, because I was still coming out of college too. So I was still in those, you know, fucking college people go crazy. It's like, so it's you just assume kind of, right?
One of the videos that did like really imprint, like more recent, is like when he keeps throwing out, when people ask him a question or whatever, they ask him like, how do I do this? How do I do that? How do I do that? And then like he pauses and then he says GOOGLE. Like realistically, we live in a world and time where everything is attainable to us as far as information. Like if you want to learn anything in this world, you can get on and push yourself enough to learn anything. And that's brutally truthful, just saying that, calling it out and saying you can learn this, you can do this yourself.
I love that, dude. 1000%. Fucking it's amazing. Like it's just time, right? It's the willingness to want to try, because that's also some like, and I'll admit I was guilty of that too, you know, during certain points in my life where I was just like unmotivated, right? And it was just like, I know the tools are there, but it's like sometimes you just need to just wake up yourself, you know, to listen, right? Because he just been putting out all this content, and it's just like, I remember sleeping on it for a while, and then I finally was like, this motherfucker's actually on point. I'm gonna listen. Okay. Did you guys ever go through a phase where you got tired of his content, or like you were like, all right, I've heard enough, I need to take a break, and then you took a break?
To be honest, and I don't think I've said this before, like before this, I never really followed Gary Vee to that like extent. Like I wasn't, to be honest, I've never been on social media up until VeeFriends.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
which is really weird, and just like completely never really in there at all.
So no Twitter, no Instagram, anything like that
stuff. Like when I dove into VeeFriends and we created our page, the VeeFriends News, it was my first time creating an Instagram, like learning from square zero.
Like what? Like the doors have opened. So not only the NFT space, right? But then the social media space. Oh
yeah. I'm telling you, man. Gary Vee kind of really opened it up.
And in that sense, he provided a lot of utility for us right off the gate. And that's what these NFTs are so amazing at, is like, which one can provide you utility? Okay, well, he's already provided that much utility in education and skills and learning, because we're in a new space.
Yeah. And with the legendary tier, you guys made the right choice, right? Because now whenever you want the right to partner and you have something of value, right? Of something really good that you know, that you're passionate about, that you're behind, like you
opens up doors. And then that's what this is about. Like we didn't know what a true network was before this. Like having this community, having a network, like those words were foreign to us.
Yeah.
So the fact that, like you said, you can, you know, come out and partner with people and do collaborations and build with people, it's been insane. And VeeFriends has provided that utility for us.
Yeah, man, that's fucking amazing. That's great. I love it. Shoot. So is there anything, I'd love to touch on VeeFriends, because with Impact Theory, it sounds like we've all been on the same page with like focusing on Tom. Have we like lost touch of what's going on with the VeeFriends? Because I definitely have.
No, we talk about this all the time. Like, we have like a fun little rival going between the wife and I. Yeah. I'm like definitely hardcore team Gary, and she's hardcore team Tom. And
so we've kind of had these discussions like for dinner, and then I've set a timer for us, because I'm like, look, we can't spend all our time talking about this, right? So like we have to like, but I honestly, I think that just shows like, I don't know, these are two really big players in the space, and they're like, they're both beasts, and there's room for and not or, right?
Gary says that all the time. There's for every Disney, there's like a Universal, like there's more in this space to build IP, and we feel happy that we got two winners.
I was like, oh my gosh, when I came home with the Tom NFT, I was like, oh my gosh. And he's like, great, you're not going to be on the VeeFriends Discord as much anymore. We have to help each other out. You know,
immediately knew
the news, right? Because it takes two of us to try and gather it all, right? But and yeah, kind of, because you know the drop happened, and I'm just like so excited about it. So we'll probably be reporting about it. Maybe we'll see.
Okay. So I'm curious, Manny, is there anything to like fill us in on for, I mean, like us too, right? As well as the audience. Like, I'm curious, what's new in the VeeFriends space? Is there like, has been there?
Oh man,
Sorry to put you on the spot.
No. I actually don't have anything. I've been really focused. I don't know if you've seen on our page that we're dropping like 7 NFTs that we created, like a little mashup NFT. So I've been like super busy with that. I haven't been able to be as involved as usually scouring the internet for anything VeeFriends related.
Yeah, I totally understand. I'm going to pull that up here. I'd love to spotlight that and then give you the floor to talk more about. So is it a project or like separate?
Yeah, so the project is called Mashup NFT, and it's basically it should be on our homepage. We have an OpenSea link to it, but yeah, so basically it was just something fun that we put together. We never created an NFT, wanted to throw something out, and basically that first Mashup NFT is called Who Am I? And it's basically 6 NFTs that I kind of threw together in like a fun and interesting way.
So there were several reasons why we kind of did this. So we had to do our homework, right, on how to get in on NFTs and stuff, and then we wanted to learn how it's all done. Like we learned more about gas, right? Okay, so we learned how to and he was having so much fun with the art, so that was like, an emotional high there, because you got to have a good time building and creating, right? Getting your creative juices flowing. And then we learned how to place it on the blockchain net, or how to place it on here. And like the education aspect to it is what and why I think I'm doing it and why you're doing it. And just and it was fun. It was fun
to do. And then to see if we can, like, there's only 7 of them. I wanted to start out small. And I
like the number. Sorry to cut you
I want to see if with 7 we can provide utility. Trust us with 7. Let's see how we do, and then we'll go from there. Because that's what I really love about this NFT space is small communities can make it. And the biggest one that I love is the one successful one is CryptoPunks. How they just gave it all for free and built what they built. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do with this project is, start somewhere small, 7 people. Let's see, you guys come out there and trust me to provide you with utility, and we'll go from there. And that's kind of the idea behind that. But that first art piece, it's basically the bottom core of it is a CryptoPunk. It's mashed up with a World of Women eye, a pudgy penguin eye, and your Bored Ape yacht mouth, and on one sweater. And so just kind of threw them away in a fun way.
I love the mashup. I was like, once I put it all together, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, and the one that's actually looking like scary, like it was something
Cyclops.
fun too. Yeah, the Cyclops. That one is all of VeeFriends PLP programs kind of thrown in together.
I was gonna guess, is it Dapper Dino? I remember seeing that.
Yeah. So you have the Dapper Dinos, you have the Grills Gang, you have the Drops. So yeah, it was just kind of a weird looking thing. I thought it was interesting.
And it's thoughtful, it's got meaning behind it, right? It's not like you just randomly put it all together. These projects have inspired you, have taught you, right?
Yeah.
It taught us more skills in the space, that's for sure. Because Web3 is moving so quickly. Insanely quickly.
Yeah. And then of course, so with the NFTs comes unlockable content, where basically we are at your service. We'll create any content you want, whether it's like a business logo or any type of content creation you could think of. We want to provide utility in that way. And then we're also doing a giveaway for a PlayStation 5.
Ooh, I love it. Fantastic. So out of curiosity, how are you doing this giveaway? Is it like you're going to randomly select one of 7?
So we're going to do it on live. It's going to happen. I have the exact date. Don't quote me on it, but I think it's like October 29th. Okay. We're going to go live. And because I want people to see, us actually do the giveaway. I don't want just to be like, all right, this person got it. No, I want you to be able to see it happen. And then, we're just going to give it away and we'll ship it out, and it'll be congratulations to the winner.
I love it. Well, awesome. So this drops, I'm going to go back to it, I believe tomorrow, right?
Yes. Tomorrow, 12 p.m. Pacific time is the time. So, yeah.
Oh, all right. So tomorrow, that means, that's in parallel with Tom Bilyeu's white list to pre-sale for the Relentless tokens. I'm gonna be on OpenSea.
Uh-huh.
So. I love it, man. So fantastic. I'm excited for you guys.
Yeah, it is. It's something fun we're doing.
And forgive me, I feel like I need to do better at that. I always have said you guys to like talk about others, but I understand when I'm talking to a couple, right? A married couple. Forgive me, Stephanie.
You're
If okay, cool.
You're totally good.
I'm trying to improve that part, right? It's like one of those things I've recognized, and
we're born in a different generation.
Yeah, we're
right,
yeah.
right. Cool. Well, fuck yeah, I love it. So I wanted to surprise everybody with a giveaway that I'd like to do, but it's not going to happen right now, right? What we're going to do is, I don't know if you guys have been aware, we've seen
the giveaways too. And
awesome.
if it's okay, we'd like to match you with one of our NFTs as a giveaway.
All right. So I had this unique process. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. But I do the unboxings on Tuesdays, right? So I did the Nano S first. These are Nano S's sealed. And then I have my demo. So I'm going to do a demo on Tuesday, and I'm going to do my normal giveaway for Tuesday. But then because somebody posted on the Instagram post, right, that reel at the beginning of the week announcing our, interview, they were like, well, what happens if I'm in a different time zone and I can't watch the live stream? It's like, how can we accommodate? So I thought if they watch the recording, right here is the kind of terms to this giveaway. All you have to do is go to our latest Instagram post on Bitmonkey Studio, that Moral Monkey Mob notice for the contest we're doing, and take a screenshot, post it on your Twitter, tag Gary V, tag VeeFriends, and tag Bitmonkey Studio, and go ahead and tag VeeFriends News. Right? You guys are VeeFriends_news?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Copy the URL to that post, to that share, right, off of your Twitter. Go into the Bitmonkey Studio Discord. It's a lot of steps, I know. Bitmonkey.gg/Discord. You're going to go to, once you verify, you go into the share channel. Here, I'm actually going to show you guys on the screen. Here I am, like, talking about it, pointing into thin air. But
like, we have technology.
The technology.
Right? It's like, doy. Let's pull it up here. So you guys and girls will notice once you verify in the community section, there's going to be the share channel. All links to your social shares will go here. All I'm trying to do here is raise awareness of the Moral Monkey Mob giveaway. And the whole purpose is to tag them, put it in their lens, and ultimately get that share, right? Because I feel like more people can benefit from it, and there's simply not enough applicants yet. And I will admit I didn't promote it enough. I was focused on other things. So this is my 100% focus now. And yeah, I look forward to the contest and the giveaways and everything. But so once you do that and you post your share in that share channel, you'll then be entered into a raffle that's going to be announced on Tuesday, where we're going to give away a second one while we give away that first one. So if you can tune in live on Tuesday and you do everything, there's a chance you could win too. There's no excluding that if you're that person. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah. Awesome.
And
sorry
by
to
the way, I think it's like super awesome that you're doing that that contest in the giveaway, right? Of like giving the Moral Monkeys,
the VCon,
yeah. Oh my gosh. And we'll keep promoting for you because I mean this is huge and people are sleeping on it. I'm telling you, because like I mean if you want to get to VCon, submit your application through you, right? I mean it's
exactly I'm gonna get some help, right, for just certain parts of the contest, of course. I'm pulling up the screen here because I might as well while we're talking about it. So for anybody unaware, if you just go to moralmonkeymob.com, I did update the website. So it's just this, very basic slider. You don't have to scroll down anymore. Just kind of talks about it. And if you don't want to go through the slider, you can just backtrack. Watch this video if you haven't, and then you can apply here. And it's a very simple application process. It's really meant to make you think. That's the whole purpose of all of this, right? It's to be more thoughtful. So And yeah, I really appreciate those kind words. I really
It's
do.
awesome, seriously, what you're doing. I mean,
I
like, you're
got the
spreading a great
idea.
message.
Yeah, no, I'd love to share. Like, I got the idea. I don't know if I've shared this yet. I was traveling, and it was a really long road trip after I had to put down my dog.
I'm sorry.
And I appreciate that. It's getting better. You understand she's in a better
It always
place.
hurts. See, I've got mine right here. My elderly pup. She's getting up there in age, so I had to grab her because otherwise she'd be barking at me. But I'm sorry. So I'm so sorry for your loss.
I appreciate that. It's everything I'm doing, I feel like, is a reflection of her. Like, she taught me how to love and be compassionate as a human being, as an adult, because I didn't really get that lesson in life until I raised her through my young adult life. So but I was near my goddaughters at the time, and just like, I don't know, I posted something, and it was a moral monkey mob. It was like a call for other moral monkeys. And I'm like, I have an opportunity. Like, people are going to be priced out of this thing. Like, why don't we just give back? And Bitmonkey Studio can do it. As Bitmonkey, it's only right that moral monkeys would be loaned out. I was surrounded by love. And I haven't turned back on it. You know what I mean? It's been one of those things that, with everything else I've been doing, that I've hit some road bumps and pivots and adjustments, so to speak.
Life hits us, huh?
Right? Life just smacks you sometimes.
Yeah.
This is the one thing that always put a smile on my face through this entire year. And I decided to focus 100% on it to really make this experience really awesome for all the contestants. And I've already contestants, right? and I really already have gotten a lot of feedback of just people thanking me for challenging them to have that thought, to take that time. And I'm just like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. Not so soon. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, sorry to babble on. I just wanted to share.
We love hearing your story. Seriously, that's why we try to do these things too. But I get nervous on camera. But
I used to too. Like
I was like, oh.
I took so
I have
long
to do like breath
this.
work before. I'm like,
30 minutes before she's breathing.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Did you try the Wim Hof breathing method yet from one of the Tom Bilyeu interviews?
I have not tried that, but I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, it's intense. And like, I do the cold showers in the morning, so I use the breathing technique. It really helps turn the water warm in my head. You know what I mean?
When his Discord dropped and everybody was talking about cold showers, I was like, I guess I can try it. And I was like,
it's some shit.
It is intense. So kudos to you for doing that, because you're putting your body through, like, you're fighting through it and pushing through it and like persevering. And I don't know, I was shocked. My whole body went to I woke up like this, like, quick.
That's the thing. Like, I'm just like, whoo! I'm like just laser sharp right after that. Don't even need coffee. That's why I do it. Oh, I love it. So, and then should I spotlight here? So I know I kind of squirreled away there. I love it. Welcome to BitmonkeyTV, ladies and gentlemen. You never know what you're gonna get. Sometimes you get some technical difficulties. I don't know if you two have noticed. Fun stuff happens. Let's see. Have you chosen which one is going to be the giveaway, so we all know?
Let's do.
Ooh, you're just gonna choose it.
It actually won't be one from that list, but we'll do one of
or it can be a surprise. You don't have to choose right now.
We'll do a beautiful collaboration.
I love it. Okay, so it's going to be one of these three, ladies and gents. And how would you like to handle your giveaway? Would you like to do it on air right now?
Sure. Yeah. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Choice is yours, and yeah, once we have a winner, they can just message me their address, and we'll send that over to them.
So I love it. A free NFT, right? Ooh.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Man.
Fuck yeah, I love it. All right.
He's just full of surprises. I'm rolling with it. Let's go.
Yeah. This was not planned.
No, totally not planned. And I'm like, wow, yeah.
The best ones, those are the best ones for sure. All right. So, hey, shout out. Sorry, everybody. Anytime I'm like in an interview zone, I usually ignore the comments. So forgive me if I haven't paid attention. Hi, Amanda. Thanks for joining us. Yeah. All right. So how should we do this? I'm just checking how many people. It shows 5+. Doesn't show YouTube. I think pick a number through 1 through 10, and then I can pre-populate one of those Wheel of Fortune wheels, kind of spice things up a bit, and then we spin it, and then it selects a number, and then the person who gets the number in the comments.
Would you mind if I change it up? I have an idea. If you're
yeah. Oh yeah, I love it.
My idea
is
we're gonna get a piece of paper. I'm gonna write down a VeeFriend, and then everybody guesses their VeeFriends, and then we'll put it up, and that's the winner.
I love this. Hey, fuck yeah, I love it.
Let me get a
Ooh.
I love the suggestions. Like I live off of feedback. Like it's just like something I always use, like to help kind of go through episodes as well, go through an interview process. Sometimes they're like questions piggyback off one another.
Are you gonna narrow them down? Or anyone?
Yeah, anyone. Ooh. Or we'll just go like, I don't know, pick one of the top favorites. Which one do you like?
Me.
And then take your
This is too much pressure.
Yeah, thank you, Marielle. Really appreciate it. Love you guys too. Much love. All the hearts, please.
I know you have a bunch of them swimming around in your head.
They really do, don't they? That's a good question.
How many guesses do they get?
As many as you want. First one that gets it.
Oh, yeah.
It is written down.
Oh, that's a good one. They want a hint.
Mario's
Mammal,
asking.
bird, insect. Do you want to give them
It's a popular one.
Can I guess or no? I'll shut up.
Yeah.
No, you can just go for it.
No. I don't want it, because if I win it, that's no.
There are so many to choose from. That's why it was so hard for me to
But
write.
I'm gonna pick one in my head. But
Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just let me know, because I can't see, or if you want to see the chat.
Oh, I can talk in the backstage, huh? I forgot about that. Cool little nifty tool.
I like it.
That would have been a good one.
Okay, I got my answer.
I'm gonna say they all would have been good ones.
Yeah, no, they really though, right?
Because then he told me to pick one, and I go, "What? There's like so many good ones," and they start swimming around in my head. You know, there's that IP he's building. It's building in my head for sure.
Oh, I would say, does the guest? Okay, should I say time?
Oh,
I
yeah.
think we should be organized
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say time, and then we'll jam for a little bit, give them some time, and until we
And
see
if
about
they're
5
not
entries.
getting it, we can just give hints.
Yeah. We'll play it by ear. We'll see how it goes. And
Let's do it. Is it the very, very, very lucky black cat?
no, it is not.
Is it
Go
the
fish.
dapper Dachshund?
Oh,
Go fish.
Is it the moral monkey? Good
that
guess.
was a good one.
That's a good fucking guess.
To connect
It
them, I would
probably
have,
would've been
but
that
it's
one.
not. It is not.
That's what I text in the backstage for anybody curious. Dialed in dog?
Oh no.
No.
I kind of want to start guessing now. Let's see, I'll type in here.
Ooh,
Ooh.
patient panda. No. Oh, I love these. Passionate parrot.
And if you followed us, we definitely said it's one of our favorites.
We have said it's one of our favorites on several lives, actually. But it's not the gift goat. I'll just save you guys all that time because I say gift goat a lot.
I'm trying to remember. I've seen you guys post this many times. Oh, it's in my head.
And as you say that, all
It is
these
not the
VeeFriends
passionate parrot.
come to my mind now.
Oh, now they're all coming to you?
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, that one and this one.
Is it right? No. Any of these? Adaptable alien,
We might have to be
percentage
dropping hints now.
Yeah, drop a hint.
Okay, so maybe the hint should be what was the suggestion up here? I believe like the type of mammal or like
isn't it?
That's it.
Which one is this?
Oh, what, isn't it?
Yes, right here. Or is it just
is
art?
it?
I think so.
Oh, are you sure? Ooh, we're gonna be.
So it is an insect.
Ah, I think we should know.
Diamond hands, adaptable alien, gratitude gorilla.
What's that one called? I gotta check because I forgot the name of it.
You're gonna have to give.
All right, now the big hint.
He's gonna give like a really big hint. You'll get it.
The dirt. The dirt.
I have said that one a lot, and that would have been my second one.
Gracious
So
grasshopper.
the big hint is it was featured on Christie's.
It's one of the Christies.
Which one was it? Ah, you're gonna die fly? No. You're gonna die fly?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't win it though. Somebody type it. Somebody type it. The first one to type it.
Who's the first one?
I think I mumbled it enough. Oh,
Hey,
and Nathan wins it.
Got it, Nathan.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I should have just
You're
because
going
I was
down
like, wait a
fly.
second. Like, I kept thinking worm, some type of worm, and I
Yeah,
know there's
no,
a lot of
Because
worms. so-
I say that. So his favorite is You're Gonna Die Fly, and mine is It's Tough to Beat a Worm from the Dirt. Like, it just is, man. Because I'm gonna keep coming. Like, it's just gonna.
Yeah, Mariel, I see the timestamp exactly 1 minute, just 5:17, 5:18. I hope these timestamps
no.
are right. So Nathan, you got it.
Congrats,
I believe-
Nathan. I'll be messaging you
congrats.
shortly, and yeah, we'll get you that.
So
that
awesome.
NFT, man. Congrats.
I love it. Thank you for doing this. This is
Yeah.
awesome. This is great. I love the idea too. It's very thoughtful. Oh, looks like they disconnected. But let's see if they come on back, because we do have some closing questions. As you guys have learned with the interview process here, we usually have this like speed round of questions to close out the episode. Yeah. How's everybody doing today? Have you enjoyed the episode so far? I really have. Really enjoyed talking with them and learning more about their journey in general. And I'm excited.
That was my fat finger hitting
Hey,
the
hey, hey.
X button
No
next
worries.
to the chat button.
I
on the
entertained
bottom.
Give an
everybody.
NFT away in the jet. No.
I was like, and then he looks at me and he's like, "Why did you do that?" And I was like, "I swear I was trying to hit the chat icon." Sorry, guys.
I love it. That's like, hey, that added some character to the episode too, because this is BitmonkeyTV. Shit like that happens here all the time. I thought it was me. I'm over here like, okay, check
No,
everything.
totally me. I have a problem with technology. I try not to admit it because that's where we're going and I need to get good at it, but it's, yeah.
Any questions you guys have, please drop them, DM me, drop them in the tech tips on our Discord. And every Tuesday, I want to start focusing around questions that the community wants to hear. So whether you want to hear about hardware, software, networking, right, for a Windows or Mac based machine or environment, or if you want to learn about what I do know about NFTs, I don't know, a lot, right? I jumped in around the same time as everybody else, right?
Yeah.
However, my background with IT support, I've recently made that shift where I'm all creative moving forward. So no more IT support, no more managed IT contracts. I have a few IT gigs left this month on the weekends.
Oh, man, congrats. That's huge.
Yeah. So I wanted to focus and share all that knowledge and experience for free. There's no charge, right? On Tuesdays. So any questions at all, it can be basic, it can be complicated, and I'll do my best to answer. And if I don't know it, we're all resourceful Robins around here, and we know something called Google. So
I love it.
so it's all about asking the right question to our good friend Google, and we get the right answer. You know what I mean?
So I did have a question for you.
Yeah.
What are you most excited about with NFTs? Like, what industry are you like, oh my God, when NFTs get there, it's just gonna blow away? Like, just something small for us was like the medical field, man. Like being in the medical field and everybody having their records seamlessly, because a big company comes out and they try to sell you this huge enterprise software, and it just doesn't connect like the way it should. And that's I'm going to be blown away when it goes into the medical field. But what are your predictions? What are you excited about?
So I think it's maybe just the shift I had this year in my life, but I'm excited to see donation-based organizations completely get turned upside down and be under a microscope, because there is so much money being funneled into just a handful of pockets, whether they want to admit it or not. And utilizing blockchain technology 100% to operate, which is possible, which is more beneficial to your causes, right? As that value increases, the fund increases. It's full transparency, so you can't hide money. You cannot hide fucking 10 million into your fucking offshore account. You know what I mean? That bothers me. That's why I've never donated at the cashiers, because I know exactly, like, forgive me, this, and forgive me if anybody disagrees, right? This is just my opinion on it.
We're the same.
But,
and forgive us too, but we're the same.
Yeah, right? It's like, the money does not go where it should. So, and I get it. Like, for some people, it's like, fuck it, it's a write-off. You know, I get that side, that aspect from a business perspective. But I'm excited. The whole purpose of saying this is I'm so excited to see what projects are created that's just going to change the world, right? And I'm gonna share one that it's in my memory bank, right? And I might as well share it with everybody else, right? Whether or not I execute on it, although I fully intend on executing on it. But here in the United States, right, there's a lot of different reservations, Indian, Native American reservations, and they're like third world countries. They're inadequate water systems. The farm equipment is outdated. Third world, like they just don't have the funding nor the education or the resources to pull it off. Well, what if we came and found an artist within each reservation to be that spot, not only a spotlight artist and put them on and teach them, but also that project, damn near 100% of the proceeds goes towards that particular reservation, whether it goes to a company who oversees like what it's going to improve, right? Bringing clean water, bringing a solar grid, X, Y, and Z, or whether, you know, it goes to a certain family who manages everything. I don't know how it operates. That's why I'd love to learn more about the reservations here in the States. But then that and the secondary sales, right? If the art's dope as fuck, the cause is clearly fucking so awesome, right?
Yeah.
Seriously.
The
secondary sales, a big percentage of that continues to go. So like look at something like the Bored Ape Yacht Club, right? Imagine that much money going into one reservation and changing
it would change everything for them forever.
We could do one for each, and I'm not just talking about the United States. This could be branched off worldwide. Like there could be an initiative for every single poverty-stricken country. Anybody who doesn't have like clean water or power, we can fix that with this technology if you think about it. You just have to go with what's trending, make sure the art's dope, right? The cause is obviously a good cause,
right?
And like it's just taking the time to do that and execute on that. So I do want to do something like that, full transparency. I wanted to just share it with everybody, because if somebody else wants to jump on it, hit me up. I'd love to help out.
Let me know, because I would love to do something like that. Seriously,
we've actually visited a reservation, and
oh my gosh, there was nothing there. It was just like, and we were invited, and we were like, heck yeah, let's go see it. And, you know, we went and we spent the whole week. It was a great weekend with family and great values and everything. But you know, the best place to get food was like a gas station, and there's just inadequate, you know, infrastructure and all kinds of stuff. So we've been there firsthand. But when we started talking about utility with NFTs, he was asking me, well, what would you do? What utility? And I go, I don't know how, and I don't know, you know, how I would do this, but I want to provide food, like, you know. So if you were buying into this NFT, then you're buying into the notion that, and I'm just spitballing here because he was talking to me about it, and you know, we free flow on it all the time about like, because there's so many dead zones where people don't have food. And for me, food's a big deal. It's just like a big deal for me. And I am just like incredibly sad when people don't have food, right? And just that goes along with like the infrastructure and everything in the area. And so just like, I have no idea how this would be, but how would you create a community that would keep funneling in money so that you can continue feeding areas where it's dead zones? Like you can't get anything but at a convenience store. And you don't see a vegetable for miles. Like, I don't know. or like meat for miles. You see, but you'll see, you know, convenient foods like potato chips and, you know, all this stuff that I don't know. This is a whole other
options,
yeah, I want more options for people out there as far as food goes, but yours is like amazing. And if you discover how to do this and if you ignite it, please contact me. I want to partner with you. I want to do this. Let's go.
For sure. I'll let you know. I'm working on something as we speak. First and foremost, I will tease. So there is going to be a project launched to be determined on the date, but it's going to be in parallel with the Moral Monkey Mob. A little fun one, right? For the community. You'll understand what that means down the road. But just a little tease, you know. Fuck yeah. Did I lose my train of thought? I don't think so.
Normally I do that.
Oh, I was going to give you an idea there. So like one thought I would have, like an approach I would take is through the NFT space, you can try to find people who live near these dead spots, right? If it's based off geographic location or within a particular country that you're already aware of. So you kind of know, okay, I need to connect with somebody in this city, and this city, or something like that. Connect them, show them to the space, introduce them to the technology and say, hey, I have this idea, but I need your help. And then you have a foot on the ground, right, to help you find that space and get, you know, inform the communities first and foremost about what's going on. And then shed light on that, you know, to every community, every social community, every Instagram relationship you formed, you know what I mean? Because the power and word of mouth is something special. And a cause like that, like, I don't know if you were thinking as far as not only just delivering food and making food accessible, but maybe also bringing all the equipment and resources needed to have their own like 1 acre agricultural thing that's finely tuned, like kind of like think like it's a cookie cutter, right? You have a universal layout and you can deploy it in all these different places throughout the world. And it just all it takes is like an acre of land, right? But it provides what, like solar grid, agriculture, all these different things. Like, so there's a lot of different, like I have ideas all day. So
I love
down
it.
That's the whole purpose of that.
No, seriously, we'll just sit down and do like a think tank, you know, just like brainstorm it out.
Most definitely. I'm down anytime. You guys let me know. Fuck yeah. Hey, I appreciate you. Teach a man to fish. I like that.
Oh yeah. I'm afraid to touch the chat button now so that I don't cut us out of here.
Okay, I think we've reached that point in the episode where it's always, you know, tough to say goodbye, but I'm starting to develop, I don't know if you guys have noticed, kind of like an intro and an outro. I don't follow a static template, kind of just go with the flow. And with interviews, I'd like to do something new. And it was shout out to Austin at One Blue Land. It was suggested by, after I think our second interview with him, a speed round of questions to close out the interview. And it's the host asking the guests a question, right? And today's unique because usually it's just like one person. So I've prepped 7 questions for you two. And right, the first 6 questions are one or the other. So I don't know if you'd like to both take a crack at it separately or together as a couple. That's the question I'd like to ask you. I'll leave that up to you. Okay. And then the 7th question is a unique one. And I would love to hear it from the perspective as a married couple, husband and wife doing their thing, dipping their toes into space. You're excited. You have this energy, you know, that perspective, that number 7. I'd love to hear it from the two of you, right, together. So what would you like to do? You want to crack at these first 6 individually or together?
Want to go together?
It's up to you.
Yeah, we can do.
Okay.
Awesome. Run a game show.
I know. I'm like.
All right, number 1, communication or collaboration?
Oh, man.
Communication.
Yeah, it's got to be communication because then how are you going to collaborate?
I was like, you'll learn, they're meant to be difficult. I love it though. Fucking great. Passion or purpose?
Oh, dang it.
My program wants to say purpose, but my creative side wants to say passion. But dang that program.
Dang it. I think it's purpose for me.
Yeah.
What are you sticking with?
I'm going purpose too.
Purpose,
because purpose will breed passion.
That's what I was hoping. Is like
purpose
when you
will
have
breed
that
passion.
Purpose, you're like, all right, I know what I want to do. Passion should come up. Hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully.
I love it. And as you've learned, a lot of these play off the other. There's really no right or wrong answer. It's just a way to get to know.
I feel like there is. I'm like thinking real hard. I'm like,
no.
I feel like I'm in school right now, man.
Right? No, right.
I love it.
I would flunk out. I'd get a D on that test, man. Oh, number 3, love or lust?
Oh man, love.
These lust. See how they all play off one another? I love it. Patience or perspective?
Oh, damn, I need patience. What are you thinking?
I need perspective.
We want to split up on this one.
Can we split up on this one?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fuck yeah. You can. Yeah. I love it. And I'm going to chime in. So if you think about it, with enough patience and silent thought, you gain a new perspective.
Dang, I like that.
I know. I heard that on a Tom Billieu. So I love how, right? I heard that on a Tom Billieu episode. No fucking joke. So, I mean, here we are starting this episode talking about him. So
yeah,
it's only fitting that kind of came up.
That's true.
That's awesome. But I just wanted to kind of give that little, my little perspective on it.
I appreciate it. Dropping nuggets.
Right? And then kindness or empathy?
Empathy.
I know I want empathy too. I think it's empathy for
empathy
me.
is something I struggle with like a lot. Like, so when Gary Vee has this character, empathy elephant, and I hear empathy and people define empathy, I feel like I didn't really understand what empathetic listening was until like maybe a couple months ago, man, which is terrible, but better late than never, I guess, where I'm understanding it a lot to a different level.
But
maybe
then,
you knew how it felt.
These are so close together. Ooh, because kindness.
I know, right? I wrote it out and I was like, oh, that's even fucking tough for me to think about. Let me look at this right here.
Yeah, because if you have either or, you're gonna breed the other. I mean, you just because you're walking in that mindset, right? And you're carrying it. It's just, yeah. But definitely empathic listening. Now that's like whew, if you can master empathic listening, then you're not listening to what they're saying, but you're hearing the whole story.
You're learning everybody's language, and everybody has a different language.
Yeah.
I love it. No, yeah, that's a tough one. But they do breed off of one another. That's great. Number 6, glass half empty or half full?
Oh man, that's where we're gonna split up again. This one we already know.
We knew the answer to this one right away.
This one, the audience will learn. Yeah, you heard this one before. Yeah.
She's always like, it's half.
I'm like, it's half empty. Hurry up and fill it. It's half full. So yeah, and I think that has to do with like our upbringing, because he's just, I mean, you're just always positive and optimistic, and I'm like, let me see, do I see holes in this? Is there imperfections? How can I try to, just because I'm trying to cover all my bases, but. But it's nice to have that balance, though.
Yeah,
really I was just about to say balance. It'd be like that yin yang almost, like just a perfect synchron, like just flow, right? Number 7, my favorite one. Okay, so what does happiness mean to you, and how do you define it? You can define it individually, but did you hear that one?
No, tell me again. I
okay.
missed it. Okay. I'm getting closer.
What does happiness mean to you, and how do you define it?
I know. It's a deep one. That's why he likes it.
I guess happiness to me would be building meaningful relationships. Because I feel like in the end, that's kind of what life is about, is sharing this journey with everybody else and being there for each other, helping each other out. And I feel like that would be my happiness. And you can get that without any money, which is amazing. It's free. Right. So it's a beautiful thing. And we always talk about it all the time, because we don't have a lot of money, but we say, like, if we're happy now with no money, when we have money, we'll be happy then too.
We always say this, like, we've always said this, like.
So we're trying to be happy now, so that when we do have money, we'll be happy then too.
I love it, man. Well said. Thank you for sharing.
Really well said. I kept drawing blanks, even though it's a great question. I could probably ponder it all night.
And you can probably answer it like 100 different ways too, right?
The what? I'm sorry?
You can probably answer it like 100 different ways too, like as the thought.
So many different ways. Like, so what makes us happy, right?
Well, it's just more, what does happiness mean to you?
What does happiness
mean? And then how would you define it?
I think if like, so a few years ago, I got sick with an autoimmune disease, right? And it debilitated me completely. And then I started seeing the world really differently, like really differently. Like when you get close to like dying, like your perspective on stuff really changes. And like now my happiness is like every day I'm able to walk, and every day I'm able to like, I know it sounds so simple, and that's why it's hard, you know, to say it, but every day I am not on medications anymore. I no longer have my cane, and every day is a progress towards getting my body and mind back, like back from where it went when I got sick. And I'm just like grateful and happy, and that's what it means to me, I guess. I don't know. I know it's such a simple answer, but like.
So no, I think you said it wonderfully, right? So first of all, I'm so happy to hear you're doing better. You know,
Thank you.
You know, sounds like you have the best partner, the best spouse, right? The best friend who I'm sure helped you through it all.
He did.
So I'm so glad that we're having this conversation first and foremost. And I love that the whole grateful part. That's what happiness is to you, is to be grateful for each and every day, for each moment, for each breath. I love that a lot. I personally do a gratitude journal in the morning, which is a part of my agreement journal. And I just write like a paragraph of I'm just saying I'm grateful for, and then whatever comes to mind, I write it. And like, it gets easier and easier to be more grateful for simple things, right? Like you're saying, I didn't have that type of experience. So power to you. I'm so happy that you made it through it, you know?
Me too. It was ugly there for a bit, but it's taught us a lot. Like, again, we keep building skills with everything that life circumstances hit us with. But I mean, yeah, we learned a lot, let me just say, which is why food's a big deal to me now.
And that's an awesome perspective. You're like, I learned a lot, you know.
I did.
I feel like I've heard of other other friends or family members, and it's perspective as well. Like, go in with the wrong perspective, it'll be very, very tough.
Yeah. So just like tiny bit, like I used to have like this, I used to be scared of doing anything. Like, I was so sheltered. I was super scared, had such high anxiety to just do anything, like get on an airplane, right? Okay. When I found out I was going to die and that I could no longer experience that anxiety to do those things that I could no longer do, I thought, okay, if I get better and if I get out of this, I'm not going to feel that anxiety anymore, because I won't be able to live it, right? If I continue to allow that anxiety to stop me from living, I might die. And then what? I won't know, you know, I won't know how it felt, how it was. So, and now he knows that I'm a little bit more of a daredevil than I was before, because I'm like, anything can kill me at this point. So I'm going to live. Like, I want to live. I want to experience, and I want to get the fullest out of it. And
you ain't afraid anymore.
Yeah. But that, you know, that took that learning process and it debilitating me for me to learn and grasp it and be grateful. And yeah, it's been a journey.
That's just so powerful. Like, wow. Thank you for sharing. Like, fuck yeah. Like, can we get a little thing going? Let's fucking go.
I love it.
Like,
thank you so much.
What a beautiful time.
Thank you. It's tough to share about that kind of stuff. So thank you. Seriously.
And thank you for sharing. You know what I mean? I understand. Like, so happy you guys are here. I'm so happy we got to connect. And I hope this isn't the last time. We should definitely
for sure.
I'm gonna hit you up for that think tank, man. We gotta get some ideas going. I love it.
You already know. So awesome. Let's acknowledge this awesome audience. Thank you everybody for tuning in. We really appreciate you. We hope you enjoyed the episode. Serendipity. Once again, that name keeps blowing my mind. Yeah, thank you so much again for sharing.
Thank you for
all right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey,
Yeah,
it's
so
Marielle.
this
She's
is
the one that won the NFT.
Congratulations. I heard Marielle won something today too.
Yes, she won one of the NFT. So congrats.
let's fucking go. I love that. All right. Well, this is that part where it's time to say farewell. So I appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you're not already in our Discord, the BitMonkey Studio Discord, I kindly ask you join bitmonkey.gg/Discord. If you found any value here at all, if you enjoyed the experience, I'd appreciate you like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff if you want, no pressure. And then I'd like to give the floor to close out the episode for Stephanie and Manny to spotlight anything you'd like.
For sure. We really appreciate everybody and the love and support that you've showed us. From our earlier supporters on our page, and just kind of made us feel comfortable, and simple as just liking and sharing and allowing us to build that confidence and continue to grow in social media. So thank you guys so much for all the support you've shown us.
Thank you for the space to be here talking with you. Honestly, we had no idea once we hit that mint button for the VeeFriend that we would be where we're at now. So we're completely honored. It is mind-blowing and humbled by the experience, because even though we're stumbling through the experience, we're learning a lot and building different skills. And so I know I keep saying that, but I just love learning. So it's one of my things. Yeah, I'm a forever learner.
That's the best way to learn. Just stumble on through, you figure it out as you go. I love it.
Yes,
we so appreciate what you're doing for the community too. I mean, people are sleeping on this. We're going to push it because you've got some high quality giveaway here.
I'm excited to see what these rounds you got planned up for, these 5 rounds. So
I kind of teased, but we'll more to come. I think they're going to be a lot of fun. So.
And thank you to everybody who tuned in. Appreciate you guys listening to us yak and go on.
I know, right? Yeah, an hour and 10 minutes strong. I love it. Let's fucking go. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And
thank you.
We'll
you too.
All right. Much love.
Okay. Take care.
Bye.
Peace.